Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. Today is Monday, December the 17th, 2012. We'll be looking at all the U.S. markets today and probably Canada's market as well. And I got an announcement for you at the end of the video, so let's get moving. Okay, we got the Dow Jones Industrial Average made a nice move today, about 100 points to the upside. Loving that. Basically, this little situation we had before, we had this high point, pulls back down and starts making lower lows, lower highs. That changed. We talked about that. We had a bounce opportunity, took advantage of it. We didn't know the trend had changed just yet. And then we get up here and we start to consolidate. We thought we were going to sell off here, but we didn't. We just consolidated in this little wedge formation here and then broke to the upside. We didn't buy this scenario at this time. We could have purchased it on this point here after the breakup, but we didn't do that. And then she's pulled back here, and you'll notice a couple things. We told you this pullback can happen because you typically find resistance to get tested to see if you find support. We basically are doing that, but we're actually finding support a little bit higher than that, and that is at the 50-period moving average. That's what we bounced off of today and started moving higher. And that's an important little piece of the puzzle. And I don't care how you look at this. Let's say that you were a bear in this scenario, like I was, when I assumed that the trend would just continue the way it had been. When you get stopped out of that, it's telling you something. If you were bearish here and then you advanced your stop to this point, you were stopped out today, it's telling you something. When you see this market putting up a fight, that's telling you that you're actually betting in the wrong direction. The market is strong in favor of bulls here, and that's why you have this high point here, pulls back to a low, makes a higher close, pulls back to a higher low, makes a higher close, pulls back to a higher low. All you're doing is trending up. You're in an uptrend now. Let me clean that little ugly chart up there. All right, I've marked the chart showing that you could be a buyer as of today. As of today's close here, and with a stop off of the low point of the pullback. Now, this is a little bit different than what we typically do. Typically, we're looking for scenarios to enter like we did back here. We buy the next day, assuming we get confirmation. Then we start advancing that stop from this low point here, the next, until eventually we are stopped out, which we were on this day. In this case, we're doing a little bit different. We're seeing this move, making a little uptrend going on. So we're advancing the stops from one low point to the next. After the next low point is formed, we'll advance the stop from this point to the next one, all right? Let's have a quick look here at the NASDAQ. You can see basic same overall story. A nice move here to the upside, and we get a nice little pullback here. Note that this low point here is lower than this one and lower still than this one. So we're seeing the low points are actually doing this little number here, showing us this little bullish uptrend. And all we did, again, note this downtrend line right here. This is resistance. We broke out of that here. We pulled back, tested it, bounced off of it, and we started to move higher. I'm already long this position here as of then, so this is not a big deal to me. I'm not going to try to buy this, but I have taken the stop that was here and advanced it. Let me clean that up a little bit. Was simply advancing the stop, the same way I showed you a moment ago. Our stop was here. Now we've advanced it here. And the next breakout, we may decide to start rushing that stop up, but we'll look at it then. Quick glance here at the Russell 2000 Small Cap Index. Basic same overall story. We're already long this position, so no need to chase this one now. But we have advanced the stop from this low point here to now this low point here. And we'll keep watching this and see if we get another breakout move here, and then a little pullback, and then we'll start advancing the stop at that point, okay? Quick look here at the S&P 500 Large Cap Index. You can see that in this particular case, we pulled back a little bit lower than the actual previous resistance line down to the previous support line, this line here. It didn't really matter. It was still above our stop loss that was here. Now we've advanced the stop to here. You'll notice, though, in this particular chart, this close here is higher than this close here. That basically already confirms you're in an uptrend again. There's no question here. However, you can go look at the other individual market charts I've shown you, and they haven't already done that. So that can kind of give you, it's a bit of a mispricing there. You can go take advantage of that. The Toronto Stock Exchange, or the TSX, this one we actually have it marked right here as of today's activity, the hammer candlestick formation. If you get confirmation the following day, then as far as being higher, even by 1 penny intraday, higher than today's high. Today's was 12,296.86. So if you were to get 0.87 tomorrow, yeah, you could be a buyer of that with the stop set off of this low. At that point in time, I would advance the stop. Right now, the stop is still set way off the low, off of this point here. We'll just keep watching it for now. But the main thing here is, again, you'll notice you had the bullish formation here, this little wedge. You break out to the upside, you pull back down, finding support upon previous resistance, and again, support at the 50-period moving average. Typically when you're in a downtrend, you'll start to find that whenever you're selling off, that you'll start to find resistance at that 50-period moving average. That you get a sell signal here, you bounce off of it here, you bounce off it here. Once you close above it, it's a warning that you could be changing direction if you can close above that. And then when you start finding support, when you advance above it and pull back to it and find support, and that's a sign of a bullish uptrend. Again, stop being bearish. You got to pay attention to the chart. Chart's telling you it's bullish. The EMW, the Wilshire 4500, same basic overall story. Nice move to the upside here. We thought we were going to continue finding resistance at the 50-period moving average and roll over and continue this downtrend. Didn't happen. We got stopped out. It starts to just do this little consolidation pattern here. Then we get a breakout to the upside. We took that as a buy opportunity. Then we pull back. And now we'll take the stop loss limit and advance it to this point, 1 cent below this low point here, looking at this to continue to move higher. The next pullback, we'll either advance the stop before it comes, or we'll use it the same way we have here. The main thing here, overall uptrend, be looking for individual stocks. Whenever you know the market's direction, you know that 90% of the stocks are going to follow the overall markets, so go find stocks that match that. Speaking of which, I've been to the website today. Let me go ahead and clean that up, take you guys there. Okay, here on the website today, I went in there into the message form, the chat section here. You can go in there. I've posted what I did today in my own personal portfolio, so you guys can go in there and see what I'm doing and what I'm thinking and how I'm planning ahead for that. It's not going to be in the portfolio section because it's the portfolio section is set up for 2013, and this is still 2012, so it's in the message form. Okay, God bless. Take care. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all mañana. Please take a moment to review our disclaimer. The information provided herein is our opinion only. Under no circumstances do any statements here represent a recommendation to buy or sell securities or make any kind of an investment. You are responsible for your own due diligence. To summarize, we do not provide investment advice, nor do we make any claims or promises that any information here will lead to a profit, loss, or any other result. These videos are for educational purposes only.